same page, but the employers and.
You can't start the process until you hear what the issues are. But
Yeah, that's it.
now, as far as I'm concerned, I'll do 12, not 5.
That's it. That's it. We trying to end this now, man. I got 22. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Look, I ain't got 10.
It's not on until they start saying.
Shake down. Everybody look at shake down. Shake down. Break down.
Just like this one.
I know all the things they put out and change to always talk about it. I think
Everything.
bad.
We're not gonna call this one small, it's all here.
I appreciate it. If I can come down for a few minutes, I'll make it to
It'll all be good. Councilman Bowling, did you hear me?
I did this, sir.
It was just for that.
Mike has batteries today.
Elected officials, please stand, be ready. And save some time.
Don't even have to do that.
We want to do that. Hope you'll be there. Last year it went long, and we was trying to.
Good evening.
Yeah. I appreciate
I want to thank everybody for coming today. As advertised, because we was trying to get a time where it would be convenient for everybody. And I really talked about 5 o'clock. It wasn't good for some people. 12 o'clock wasn't good for some people. So I decided with the committee chair, Councilman Carl Boland, who was the chairman of the administrative committee, and Councilman Michael Johnson, who's the chairman of the recreation committee, is to have 2 meetings. Provided everything is taken care of today at the 12 o'clock meeting, then there will not be a need to have a 5 o'clock meeting. We don't have all of our committee members here for whatever the reason. However, you do have the chairmen of the various committees that I spoke of, which means that we're going to go ahead and conduct business as need be. We're going to start our meeting. We're going to ask our mayor, who is an ordained minister, to open us up with prayer.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you as we gather today for your loving kindness towards us and your tender mercies. This is the day that you made. We rejoice and we're glad in it. We pray that as we gather here to carry out the weight of the city, Father, that you give us insight, give us wisdom, give us favor to make decisions that will be impactful for your kingdom. We stand here now as your service with our hearts open and our minds open. We pray that your presence and peace will be among us. It's in Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, man, for that. During committee meetings, we normally don't allow citizen input. However, with the approval of my colleagues, and because of the situation, then I think we're going to open it up to the citizen that is impacted.
So the employees,
No, the citizen.
the citizens.
Yeah, we're going to hear from the employees anyway.
Right.
The impacted departments that we were made aware of via the newspaper. We have not been officially talking about the council. We really don't know why you guys are not at work. What we do know is what we read in the newspaper. And what we do know is from a communication from Public Works General Services Director, Mr. Stephen Hendricks. And I thought I had a copy of that communication on my phone, but however, it is lost. But nevertheless, our city is in a hot mess. Our city do not deserve the condition that it is in now. However, we do know the employees of the city are valuable employees, and we value you guys. And we do know that a lot of you guys are overworked and underpaid, and in some cases don't have the necessary equipment to do your job efficiently. The purpose of this combined meeting, because the workers in recreation was impacted, the workers in public work general services was impacted, and the administrative committee, who's basically responsible for personnel, is here because there have been other departments that have been impacted. To my understanding, and Ms. Kim, you correct me, there was a time that you did not come to work, am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the cemetery, there was a time that you guys didn't come to work, am I correct?
No, we've been at work.
Okay. Well, since then, there has been an update by the mayor on our condition of our courts. We have one magistrate here, to my understanding, has been offered a job making more money than what she's making now. And to my understanding, there has been an assistant magistrate that is no longer working because she too has taken another job. Am I correct in that assessment?
No, sir, chief magistrate remain in place.
Okay.
It's
Assistant chief magistrate.
just the regular clerk magistrate, she's leaving.
So how many people is working on just one?
It's 2 now for another week and a half.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, chairman of any committees, you guys got any remarks you want to say before I open it up?
Well, all I want to say is when it comes down to the recreation department, I think we definitely need to get more employees at the recreation department as well, because we got 2 employees overworked, underpaid as well. I appreciate Mr. Gerald Barr and Mr. Terry Jackson for fighting this out. Some things that took place that I'm not satisfied with, but I went along with it, was when we give away the use of our stadium and other things. But the problem with that is when you don't have the fields and the stadium prepared, we don't have no other use but to go ahead and let the school use it as long as they getting it ready. They do all the not really cutting all the grass, but cleaning up the stadium, but that's something we losing revenues when we giving it away. So we really need our employees back to the stadium as well. I hope and pray we can work this out. Some kind of way or another, I think we're talking about combining the recreation and the public work together. Even when we do that, I'm with that as well. Whatever it takes to work together, get these workers more money, and I'm totally behind you. I understand that. Y'all is underpaid, so whatever we need to do to work this out is what we're here now, to try to get it back on. I would say that it is a hot mess. We need to get it cleaned up. I've been through this before, back here during the last administration. It was through with the police department, where they had a blue stick out, and we worked it out. And I can't see why us council as a whole can't work it out now with you all as well. Y'all just as much important to the city as the police is. So right now, we're here now. I hope the other council, other guys come here, and let's see if we can get the thing taken care of.
But before we can work it out, we need to know what the problem is.
Correct.
So at this point, I'm going to ask anybody from Public Works who want to come up and talk to the 3 committee chairmen about the issues and the reason that you're not reporting the work, which may be at work, but we don't know. Like I said earlier, we don't know nothing. We're only here twice a month. And we're not in charge of daily operations. We're in charge of the grounds and the monies. And because the employees are not working, that involves monies. So anybody from Public Works, please feel free. There will be no retribution. There will be no nothing taken against whatever you have to share with these 3 chairmen of the 3 committees.
Good afternoon or good evening. We have been at work. There are a lot of things that we have been behind on our own buildings, making things safe for ourselves. Of course, we never stayed at the landfill. We've been working with them the last few days, helping them get their situation taken care of. So the myth of people not being at work, not wanting to be at work is untrue. We're here every day, and we are working. You might not see us much out in the community, but we're taking care of things that we need to take care of. First of all, one thing I want to do, I know this is for all departments and everybody's in the same situation, but I just want to see my guy and let them stand up, introduce themselves, and let them know how long you have been with the city itself. And we'll start with Mr. Cole.
My name is Rich Colton. I've been here almost 25 years for public work, general service.
My name is Otis Lee. I've been there 20 years come January.
Frank Murray, I've been there 16 years.
Dale Turner, traffic light technician, 11 years.
I've been here 30 years.
Marvin Green, I've been here for 23 years.
Roosevelt Southern, I've been here for 20 years. And my name is Jan Coleman, I've been here 6 years. Off the ground, I've been 23 years.
Billy Rowe, 9 years.
My name is Gordon Welch. I've been with the city 3 years.
All right, so one I'm trying to make is not a bunch of newcomers coming to try to stir up things. I've been here 4 years, 3.5 years. Equipment always been an issue. Safety has been an issue. Guys improvise, always have, to make things work. Situation we're in now, people are doing things they're not used to doing, which was fine. We never cried about that. The opportunity for more pay, better equipment, more help. Everybody focuses on, we just want money. First thing we ask for is help. We ask for equipment. So it's not all about money. Money will, be a big issue. One of the things that I had issue with when I first came, before the layoffs, you had summer workers coming in, making the same amount of money as a guy who has been there for 11 years. For 11 years, making the same amount of money. To me, that's just unthinkable. But they rolled it out. They got pacified with the one-time bonuses. Okay, you spread that out over 12 months. How much money is that? All of them not getting a $1,600 bonus. Some are getting $200, some are getting $400. So you give it out to them at Christmas time, very vulnerable moment. Christmas shopping, whatever. That money is gone before Monday. That's a 90, just say everybody was getting $1,600, which wasn't after taxes, maybe $1,100. That's less than $98 a month. All right, that went away. All right, now we are literally, we have people, and I don't want to really say this, we have people that have to pick up cans, man, to make ends meet. Like one thing that kind of upset me was, you're asking for a raise, but you don't want to work. Get out there and let people see you work. What have they been doing for the last 20, 30 years? You see them working. Even when the layoffs were here, we doubled up working. Never complained.
Yeah.
Never called and said, well, we need this, we need this. But when the opportunity came for somebody to do something about it, it wasn't done. I'm with them 100%. Either way, if they wanted to go back to, doing our normal schedule, I'm with that. But we all bond together and chose this as a moment to not just for them, but this is for down the road. These guys, you see how many years they've been there? They're not gonna be here forever. So who you gonna bring in after them for $725, for $872? We hire people. They come, get 1 or 2 paychecks. They don't just quit, they come in and say, look, I like everybody here, but I gotta go. Can't support my family, which is understandable. So that was one of the main things. Equipment, some of the equipment that they use. We used to go pick up trash. One person got to hold the brake, match the gas in order for the thing to operate. If people come in from a DECA or whoever and see this, we could been in a lot of trouble, but they never complained. They just went ahead with, with their work. And I just think that they deserve more. And most of you don't know much about me. I'm a sociologist, that's a study of human behavior. So I study humans and I see people and I do different things. But those guys have never ever complained. It is a blessing that they have been here this long. It's a reason why they haven't left, because they like what they do. They like the people that they're around, so they haven't left. I said that to say this, and I'm gonna be short, brief. It's a study by Stanley Milgram. All right, he lined up people just like you. He had a board. It had shock treatments from light to extreme. All right, the expert told them, ask questions every time they get it wrong, you're gonna receive a shock. 65% of the people, even though they heard people screaming, still went to the end. All right, they changed the experiment up and they brought the people in and set aside the person who was mashing the button. Went down to 18%. Those people were considered evil. That's why I want you to be able to look in their face. And if you can tell them that they don't deserve it, it's something going on in there. You see what I'm saying? So I said this to say this. Whatever you do, look out for them. Because they've been looking out for us for 30 years or more. Just look out for them, and I guarantee you'll reap the benefits in the end.
Steve, it's been said or rumored that the men's are back at work, but they're just not working. Is that true?
No, we work every day.
Okay. It's been said, perhaps rumored, that the men's are back at work, but they're just sitting idly out at Public Works.
No.
Okay. Well, I do know one thing, the trash needs to be impacted by the men's that are working. And I do know, and I do feel that you guys are doing the best you can with what you got. And in the new budget, we had, to my understanding, we had put an additional personnel in Public Works. I really was pushing for 50, but may I correct me, I think we came to 30?
And the budget I presented had in there. The budget you all passed was from last year.
Right, but the budget that you presented.
And when you recommended, yes, we had the amount that you recommended, but that budget wasn't passed.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Anybody that stood up and said their names and gave the years of service want to say something? Mr. Green, come on. Hardest working man in the public world.
Let me say something to the citizen. It's just here. Number one, we're not on no cigar. Y'all know, the councilman know. It ain't no secret. Everybody knows. But you know, mess flows down here. Now all this mess that flows down on the employee, all we ever did was just work. But nobody even seemed to take the initiative to even come and see what's happening, what's going on with us. Sees us out there working each and every day. Don't even bother to give us a bottle of water or anything. But you know, when mess flows down here, it ain't no problem. Now the same mess that's flowing down here, what y'all forgot is that it's beginning to back up here. That's why we all here now, because it's backing up here. It's backing up here. Ain't nobody been out there to see it. So just letting us know, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. And I don't care who you contract the job out to, you not gonna have no better workers than what you see in here now. A contractor gonna come in here and only do so much. I don't care how much you pay.
That's right.
But when we go out there, we gonna make sure it's right. If it ain't right, you can call it back. We gonna come back and clean it up.
Yeah.
You pay contractor all sorts of types of money. But not one time have nobody say, well, let's get these employees this year.
That's right.
You know, ain't nobody for us. We only here now because of the trash, because of the sewer. What about us? What about us? Huh? And I'm speaking of all the council. I wish they was here today. I wish they was here today. They know what the deal is.
Speak, baby.
But they got us down here to see what we gonna say. Who said this and who said that there? Everybody know. They even got the whole city of Selma thinking that we on strike. We ain't this, we ain't that. Everybody in Selma know just what we are doing. Everybody in Selma know what we are capable of doing. But if you think for one second that whoever you contract these jobs or whatsoever are to, if you think they can do a better job than what we're doing, then keep on doing what you're doing. That's all you got to do. And I'm not saying this because of the time or the year that I got in. We don't grumble. If anybody, councilman, anybody, Mom, go do this here. No questions asked. It's done. Ain't gonna leave it alone till we get it right. But see, a lot of them sitting back throwing the rock and hiding their hand. I don't bother nobody, I don't see that. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Somebody need to help up. You got council, they contract the jobs out, they contract them to their friend, they contract them to their buddy. But ain't nobody came and said, well, now I'm tired with her. Here go 2 or 3 pennies for public work. But every time you need something, you call it public work. I don't care who it is. See, let's open this thing here and be real about it. Let's stop shaking the bacon like a 5-pound sack of flour. That's what's happening. we ain't never asked for nothing. We always taking just whatever it is that y'all giving up. We can't go on no strike. The city ain't got no union. We know this. If you go on sick out, you got to be out at least 3 days, and then you got to bring an excuse in. So it's just a lot of lies. That's what it is. See, I don't know what it is they can't get together up here, but they done pushed it all down on up. And we ain't really and truly even got a dog in the fight. You see us out there working doo-doo, and you steady going, it could be 100 degrees out there. Nobody even decided to stop and say, well, here go your bottle of water. Walking up and down the woods, jumping hole, snake. Then not only that, matter of fact, yes, I'm the sewer supervisor. Am I? I'm just a regular employee. Why? I ain't got nobody to supervise. Ain't got nobody to supervise. I had 6 men to work up under me. If I had a sewer call right now, who to go out there and help me? Nobody. Now tell me y'all didn't know. Nobody. Because you ain't concerned, all you want is it undone. That's all you want. Ain't nobody. Say, nobody. But yet still, it's all on the news, it's all on Facebook. What is sewers? Call ADM. Call the police department. What alcohol call? I know all y'all have seen it, you done read it. I can go out there right now and stop a sewer, who'd help me? Huh? They are pushing the rod that have been here approximately 50 years or better. I know it's 50 years or better because hell, I done been here almost 25. It was him when I got here. But ain't nobody took me and said, well, it's time out for this here. We need to get some new equipment.
There you go.
We need to get some electrical. You know. Ain't nobody in here gonna go down in the woods, but they'll stand out there on the edge and wait for me to come out. What's the problem? Now that the people, they all off into it. When they call you, they cussing you out on the phone and this here, and you know, we don't deserve that. We deserve better. We all human. I ain't gonna be here much longer. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. But at least if I had somebody to work there beside me, I could be able to show them a little bit that I know where this manhole is, how they unstopped this here. I went down the street here the other day. Somebody hired a contractor to go out there and try to rod the city main. You had to pay them. I don't know what you had to pay them, but whatever you had to pay them, when you had to give me a penny, because you said, Mom, I'm going to stop the hole now. I went and stopped. Nobody gave me that. Ask somebody to go pick up trash. Y'all got to pay them a couple of $100,000. You ain't got to pay them guys back there now. Because they do their job each and every day. Each and every day. If you got a problem at night, I was 24/7. Y'all call me, I'll be there. If I couldn't get it that night, I tell you, I'll be back the first thing in the morning. I'm just keeping it real. Just about as real as you could get. See, it's a lot. Everybody knows what's happening. But they lying on the employee.
Ms. Green, I thank you for those passionate words. And believe me, we do care. We really do care. This is.
Anybody show up? Talk.
You
Talk,
got,
Chief.
you got 2 votes over there.
Huh?
I know
Steve.
2 votes.
Talk. I appreciate that. But talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. We the one. Not seeing no action. I can stand up there and talk all day long. But if you can go out there and contract a job out just at $1,500, $2,000, and then they not gonna continue, they not gonna complete the job as if we did if you ain't gave us nothing but a no. We'll be just as satisfied, well, you know, I'm just laying it out. We'll be just as satisfied with whatever it is that y'all give us, because that's all you're doing now, just give a hand-me-down. And we take that and we just goes on with it. But a contractor coming in, he gonna tell you straight up what he gonna charge you just for doing that, and he still ain't gonna get it all up.
Anybody else in public works?
I ain't spent a dime.
Anybody else in public works?
Hiring anybody, pick up
Okay,
anybody.
recreation.
We got these folks.
Anybody from recreation want to talk about what's going on out at the stadium and the responsibilities that come under the recreation department? Come and tell us how many workers you got out there. Come on, Mr. Stevens. Look at Mr. Director.
The new hired director.
How y'all doing? All right. My name is Terry Jackson. I work at the Recreation Department. For the last few months, for the last year or so, wreck catch more hell than anything. But ain't nobody saying nothing about how many hours Gerald and myself work. From 8 to 11 at night. Do we get in overtime? No. No. All we get is on Facebook all the time. All the time. About we doing this or we doing that. We out there, we picking up trash. I'm dumping garbage can by myself all day long. Cutting grass all day long. We don't get no credit for nothing. Right now, Mr. Coon out there helping us out, getting ready for Veteran Day. I'm out there busting my wrong with him and his guy. Y'all expect for 2 folk to run the rec department? 2 folk? With all these kids trying to play baseball and football and all these fields? What more can we do? If we all working, doing something on our off time, we on Facebook for doing that. We can't have no time off. Right now, getting ready for track. I'm telling you, track. The track need resurfacing bad. They're not gonna be able to run track on that track. They're not gonna be able to do it. It ain't gonna be no way. If the council don't come up with some money to recircuit, they can't run. Now they gonna go to calling y'all, but I won't let them in there. But liability on that track is gonna be too risky. We're not gonna be able to do it. And every event not one event, every event, we gotta stay there. It don't matter what time they leave. We gotta stay there till they leave. We gotta be to work every morning at 8 o'clock, and we can't leave till everybody leave. But we don't get no credit. We get blamed for stuff that we're doing on our time, but we don't get no credit for nothing. I ain't never seen nobody putting that on Facebook good about the recreation department. We stealing, we selling water, I'm selling watermelon. I'm a farmer, I'm letting y'all know, I'm a farmer. On my off time, I'm gonna farm. That's what I was raised to do. That's what I was born to do. Now if I get fired for on my off time farm, let God be. I'm like, I got these years now. I got them. But I'm telling you, now, you got to keep these kids busy. You got to keep them busy. And that's what Gerald and myself been trying to do. We're not going to shut a program down because we don't have enough help. We plead with the matter to let us have it or let us do this, and so God busy, let us do it. We running it. Now Sean gone, it ain't but 2 of them. Sean was some help to us, but now he gone, we down to 2-4. But we not finna quit now. We're not gonna quit on them. They'll quit before we quit. You wanna say something, Jerry?
Coach, tell me how long you've been in the department. How long you've been in the department?
How long you been working here?
Period. How many years you been out?
How long you been in it?
I've been there 24 years. 24. My sick time take me in. If I want to leave right now, I can go. Take me in now.
Good evening. Good afternoon. I'm not really, this is not something I like to do. I'm really non-combative. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm really non-combative. I don't have 24 years and my sick time won't take me in. God knows I wish it would.
How many years you got on?
I've been working here since 16, so I got about 4 years, 4 or 5 years in. But when I came in this job, I was umpiring baseball, and I actually thought it was going to actually making more money where I was at. But I came because I thought I would like it, and it was something that I liked doing. But since I've been here, it's not really what I thought it was going to be. God knows my wife tried to tell me, but I didn't listen. And if I could go back and change the hands of time, I would. It's a lot of days I wish I would. But first off, I'm not a farmer. And a lot of times my Facebook ties get in with just people that just evil. That's pretty much what I call it. It's just flat out evil. A lot of people try to do things that, because of whatever reason they do, they're gonna bring other people down. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm gonna look right in this camera, I'm sure you got it on Facebook. You're not gonna bring me down.
There you go. There you go.
It ain't nobody can bring me down. Because I'm gonna do the straight and narrow. Let me put it out there. I'm gonna do the straight and narrow, and I'm gonna keep you off of my back.
That's right.
I'm gonna keep you all off of my back. So you can stay off of me. If you wanna ride behind me, you more than welcome. Follow me to 400. That's where I live. So when I do, like I referee basketball. But when I do, they gonna get a payroll slip, after vacation time telling you that's where I'm going. But that's on my own time. That's my time. And I deserve my own time. Like he said, I sit up here and I counted one year how many hours that I worked It was during the time when Mary Evans was gonna have, he had us to have this study with Auburn. And I counted the number, just to accumulate the number of hours that I spent after 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, the number of hours that I spent at the recreation department. It came to 465 hours that year. Now, with the new system, and me having to be out here with Terry with football, baseball, and football, I'm quite sure it's double. But I got a wife, I got a daughter go to school, I got a son go to school, and I have to ask if he got something going on Monday after my job. I have to say, well, can I go? I don't feel like all that. I got a life outside of recreation department. I love it, and I thought I would. But pretty much most of the job is dealing with vindictive and evil people. That's mine. See, I ain't never crawled nobody. I don't shoot to crawl. One thing about me, whatever I got to say, I can come straight to you and say it. And I prefer to do it that way. And I prefer you. If you got anything you want to say to me, come to me. I'm a man. I can handle it. But all that back shooting, I hate that. I really despise that. And most of it is lies. Now, if he say you lie on him, I'm sure you do. I know you lie on me. And just for the record, it ain't nothing that the recreation got to offer that I want to take from out there. Period. Money, bats, balls, none of that. It ain't nothing they got that I want. I work hard every day. And got a second job that I do. So just preferably, I prefer y'all to just leave me alone. Leave me out of your mess. Because I don't deal with it.
Ms. Lewis, you have, it's been reported that you participated in the sick out. You were being accused that citizens wasn't able to access your office to pay their taxes. You want to speak on that?
Yes, please.
Speaking to the mic so everybody can hear.
Hello, everyone. On the sick out, I was scheduled off, sick days. So I did not participate in the strike, for one. For two, we were actually hacked in September, Labor Day weekend. We're still not fully functioning. We can't print out business license. We can't print out renewals. We can't print receipts out. So in order for me to get my office up and running effectively, I had to close the office a couple of days in order to get my tax notices out. If I cannot get my tax notices out, we cannot receive revenue from the city of Selma. So we're still, at this point in time, not fully functioning. At this point in time, I'm working with the IT department, I'm working with New World, and you mentioned earlier before that the magistrate office will be losing a person. I will be losing a person next week. So I will only have 2 people in my office, myself, along with Rachel Arnold in my department. Can we actually get everything done during the business time of the year? October, November, December, January? We cannot. So people are leaving due to the fact that underpaid and overworked. I'm underpaid, overworked. I've been here for almost 10 years. Do I feel like I'm underpaid? Yes. Do I feel like the prior tax collector was getting paid more than me? Yes. I get paid 38. He was getting paid 52. So, to be honest, yes, we are underpaid, understaffed, overworked. Are we still trying to get the job done? Yes, we are, to the best of our abilities. We are still trying to serve the public with what we have. And that's all we can do. We take pride in what we do. We're gonna continue to do that. But at the same time, give us what we need to fully function. We're not fully functioning now. Business license goes out 1st of December. Can we send those out? No. Is our system back up and running? No. So at this time, my department is still not fully functioning. I'm down one person in my office, starting next week. Can we get it done? No. But will we do our best to get it done? Yes, we will. So when people come in October, when we close our doors, we want collective revenue. We were actually accepting garbage exemption. That's not my concern. My concern is the revenue for the city of Selma. So when we have a line outside the door, people are concerned with garbage exemption. I'm concerned with the revenue for the city of Selma. We don't have the revenue, we can't function. The revenue comes through my office. Until the revenue is entered, we can't pay any bills. We can't get employees paid. So until my office is fully functioning, we'll be still at standstill, like we are now. Just with those guys, we're the same way, overworked and underpaid.
Well, thank you for shining the truth on what was being rumored that you was participating in a strike. The fact is that what you just spoke on was the gospel truth. The three branches of government do not stop in Washington, D.C., y'all. When you're talking about the executive branch, you're talking about the president. When you're talking about the legislative branch, you're talking about the two houses of Congress, which is the Senate and the representative. And when you talk about the third branch, it is the Supreme Court. They are co-equal participation in the democracy. It do not stop in Washington, D.C. It flows down to the cities. And what we have is the municipal court, which we receive information about their dilemma. So I'm gonna ask the Judge Haygood to come up to talk about the dilemma that is facing the municipal court. Thank you, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Gentlemen, go on over.
How's everybody doing? Well, it's the same story that we've discussed several times in this chamber. Same thing with the tax and license and general services is going through, but you know, ladies over there overworked and underpaid.
God, please don't say overworked and underpaid again. Everybody I know in America is overworked and underpaid. Everybody, I own my own company, I'm overworked and underpaid. I mean, everybody is. Everybody's overworked and underpaid. Well, that is overworked and underpaid.
They're getting barely above minimum wage, right. So I will say it.
Well, it's getting kind of tight.
But I will say it again because they are.
Go ahead, Joe. Say what you want to say again.
In this position where they have to go, the city has to go.
I understand. It's a job they're taking. I get that they're underpaid. I just heard a lot. Everybody I know is overworked and underpaid.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead. We listen.
I'm just waiting, you know, if I get to speak. But they not only are overworked and underpaid, the city has to spend money to go, especially train these individuals. They have to go to classes, they have to go do certain things to make sure due process of the law is followed. And the dilemma and the problem that we've had for the 11, 12 years that I've been there is that opportunities arise for these people elsewhere, and of course they're going to leave. Why wouldn't you take a job where you're going to be paid $4 an hour or more? So that's something that really needs to be addressed by the city because it is affecting us on two sides. One, we're paying to train them and they're leaving the city, so they're not helping us acquire more revenue, which is not the main purpose of the court, but it does generate revenue. And then we have to turn around and we have to hire somebody else and we have to train them again, and the cycle starts all over again. And that's something that really needs to be addressed by the city, because we're going to be down to one chief clerk in a week and a half, and hopefully we'll be able to I am trying to address that to at least bring somebody in temporarily to help. But we're going to have to hire somebody else and start all over again.
Judge, can I make a recommendation that you get on the work session agenda for tomorrow to come to tell the entire council about what is going on. And if we don't do it during the work session, at least get it done during the council meeting, which is on the 12th.
I bet it's on the work session.
Okay, during the work session, just come and just tell, hopefully my colleagues will avail themselves to our work session so they can hear directly from you about what's going on in the municipal.
Judge, did you have a young lady named Ms. Martin work with y'all as well?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Martin?
Yeah, she left.
Yeah, she left. Now, I had a conversation with her. She said she left because she was trying to get more money. She couldn't continue on working for minimum wages over there. I think she worked with y'all for about a year or so long. A couple of them. Right. And she told me she had to leave too. She couldn't continue on working for that pay.
We've had several of those situations. And that's just something that needs to be addressed. And we've been asking for it for the whole time I've been the judge. I'm not asking for more money for me, or the other judge, or even the prosecutor or the public defenders. I'm asking for full-time city employees.
It's
Ones to do the
call President Bowie and get on the agenda for tomorrow night. Work session. The reason we have a work session tomorrow, we normally have it on Mondays. Veterans Day is Monday, so that's a holiday. So the council is going to assemble tomorrow to conduct their work session for their council meeting that's scheduled for the 12th.
It just needs, that, I mean, we're not even fully staffed right now.
I got you.
On top of that, so, even if we do replace this person, we'll still be one or two shy. We need to be fully staffed.
Hello, Mother River, I'm Courtney Nelson, I'm currently the chief clerk for Nelson Court. I've never addressed you all before, but this is my first time addressing you all, but I must say, we are overworked and understaffed, no matter how many times it's been repeated in this room. Secondly, the issue is, a raise would be nice for everybody. I'm the type of person, I love my job, I love what I do. So you won't hear me complain about pay, because I knew what the pay was prior to me coming on my job. In order for us to get qualified people, we're gonna have to get a raise, we'll have to do something. You ever heard of the saying, you get what you pay for? The magistrate office is very crucial. We deal with numerous of cases. These are people's lives that we handle. If you're paying somebody $7.25, I mean, like once again, you're gonna get what you pay for. They're not gonna take their job as serious. They're just gonna be on the job. You will get some good people. I'm one, I must say, is Arnita Laster. She's right here.
And I even made it notable that I will stay within the city of Selma. If I can at least get, I made right now $7.93. If I can at least get to $9, I would stay.
So basically, you will get good workers. You will get good workers, but it's just being realistically here. If a better job opportunity comes, that person's gonna take it. So you can put 2 people in there today or tomorrow. With that pay, yeah, they're gonna stay temporarily, but the first chance they get something come back, they gone. That's why we have a high turnover rate now, nobody's staying. Secondly, I'm just gonna put it out there. When I took the job as chief clerk, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, that office was left in shambles. When I say shambles, excuse my French, tore up from the floor. And it ain't but 2 of us working diligently every day to get these things corrected with the little resources that we have. It's messed up. I need some help. I need some qualified help, but I don't feel I would get qualified help with that minimum wage. They're gonna go to training and they're gonna go somewhere else where they gonna pay. We in there, I'm gonna say we are overworked. Me and her, it's only 2 of us. Our day-to-day operation, we have people coming up, we taking payment, we doing warrants. Y'all know sales. We doing warrants. We dealing with the bail bondsmen. We have inmates we have to monitor to make sure these people are let out of jail. We do numerous of things. We're doing a 15-man job, to be honest.
I would recommend you come, that you be coming.
Yeah, I sure do, but I just want to say that for the record, per me, we do need a raise and we need some good qualified people.
When we come to those, I've been to 3 of those meetings and we're already saying the same thing.
Okay. Public Works, I know you got to go, but I want to ask this question. And this is going to be to determine whether or not we will have a second meeting at 5 o'clock, for which we advertised. When I was trying to schedule a meeting to get the employees before the committees, 5 o'clock was good for some people, 12 o'clock wasn't. So I just couldn't settle on just one meeting. So the fact that you're here at 12 o'clock, I need to know, will you avail yourself at 5 o'clock? If the answer is no, then I guess we won't have to have a meeting. So I need to hear from you guys. Sounding answer is no.
No, I'll be here at 5. Because what I'd like to know is what the council gonna do for the employees. See, we not, see.
Are you not gonna be able to find that out today, Mr. Green? This meeting or at 5 o'clock. The purpose of this meeting is to hear from you guys, so that this committee can take back to the full council what has been concerned here, and from there, the council will make a determination as to how we can resolve the laws.
I'll be here at 5.
Are you gonna hear from citizens yet?
I had indicated I would, but I'm not through with the employees.
I just wanted to speak to and thank the employees as a citizen before they left. I'm a new member of your Selma community, and that's why. I appreciate all you guys doing. You gotta work this out. You're doing a great job. I came to this town, and I know you guys can do it.
I see other departments that are here. If you have been accused of participating in the sick out, please raise your hand if you want to come to defend yourself and to share some facts about whether you was or whether you wasn't, then the floor is open to you. I see Mr. Thompson, were you accused of being part of the sick out?
No, sir, I wasn't.
Okay.
Actually, I was called camera and work.
Okay. I see how IT working with this critical. Were you accused of sick? Okay, and the building inspector, were you accused of walkout? Huh? Were you accused?
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah, I was accused. My building inspector name was in the papers on the news. Before all this scenario happened, I told Sabrina I was leaving that day early because I was sick. But the paper didn't mention the days I was out. I came in and did some inspection. They didn't mention that. You know, one man doing 4-man job. And I don't complain. I do the best I could. I'm out in the field. My phone blown off the hook. Need to come in and do me some permits. I have to stop what I'm doing, come in. You know, I was sick. You know, I wish they had mentioned, but the building inspector sick. He come from his home. His wife Penny laying in bed sick, but he come out and do an inspection.
That's right.
Cause I'm out to see the shit down. I can't get nothing done.
Thank you, sir. Now getting back to the 5 o'clock meetings. I know my colleagues, will you guys be here at 5?
I will. I feel like we've accomplished what we need to accomplish.
Okay, because I chose to go this route, I will avail myself, and Mr. Green, you and I might be the only somebody here at 5, but that's okay. Anybody else from city government? Come on, sir. I saw his hand. I'm gonna get to you.
Council, citizens, y'all all know the situation in the cemetery department. We're much like the rest of the departments. It's myself and one other man, Mr. Larry White. Let me address Larry for a moment. We hadn't missed any funerals in the last year, having them on time, having the graves ready, cleaning up, preparing the graves after the services. But it's hard on one man. Mr. White he's had 3 days leave in the last year. He's probably going to lose leave this year. Prior to the layoff, we had 13 people, I believe, working in the cemetery. 3 in the office, 11 outside. Was my math wrong? I don't know.
Yeah,
14. Now we got 1 in the office, 1 man, as good as I am, or think I am. I can't do as much as 3 people were doing in the office before the layoff. We're able to keep up with the services, but we're not able to keep up with the routine maintenance that has been done in these cemeteries for 100 years, I guess. And you can tell by driving in any of these cemeteries, particularly Lorenzo Harrison. It's in real dire need. of a lot of work. And we want to get that done, but we need some employees to get that done. I think when I made the budget presentation, I said our guys are like postmen. They work rain, sleet, hail, or snow to get the people buried, working all kind of weather, over 100 degrees this summer. And it was just myself and Larry, and I didn't do much, but Larry was out there. And without the help of some of the funeral homes to help us do the grave work, we would have been hard pressed to get it done. You think it may be easy to dig a grave because you got a backhoe, but there's more that goes into repairing a grave than just using a backhoe. So I won't use your phrase, but y'all know the pay situation, you know the shortage of people, and we would appreciate some action to get us some workers and help with the benefits.
Thank you, sir. Gerald? Yes.
You married, you got a house. I'm married, I got a home. Won't nothing get done. You all, is you all, the mayor and the councilman, we can't move without y'all. We can't move without y'all. The citizens can't move without y'all. The employees can't move. Not without y'all. Y'all the household. Y'all the man and the woman, or you know, whatever. You all the household. So we struggling if we can't get. We got to get y'all. We need you. Yeah. We need you all. And then I'm listening to these guys, listening to everybody. I mean, we got to have y'all in order to move.
Is there anybody from the city that this? Normally during committee meetings, committee meetings is geared just for the committee members to discuss whatever issue that they need to discuss. Very rare do they allow citizen input, and there have been committee meetings where there have been standing room only with citizens but not allowed to participate. But because of the severity of the so-called sick out strikes, and because the condition of our city, which impacts the citizen, I think I have my colleagues' agreement that we would open the floor for citizen input. So at this time, we're going to allow 3 minutes, and 3 minutes only. Once you were able to speak one time, you will not be allowed to have a second term. So, sir, stand and tell us your name and where you're from.
Can I speak?
Sure.
How you doing? Good day. I'm a new citizen of Selma, and I just want to tell you that I watched the videos from January 1st till October, and made my decision to move here and bring my wife and I here. And I've got to say that it's a beautiful place, even though you're having turmoil. You step into fire ants, you get stung a little bit, but I think there's other cities that can pay their employees. You're not the only city that's this happening to, and I think it's important. I paid my taxes at my closing in my house. It should pay all of you. The one thing as a citizen that I get angry at is that you have a beautiful place and you have beautiful people to work here. You just need to make sure that you hold your mayor and your city councilman to work together and have transparency, because each one of you are affected by that. You wake up in the day trying to figure out how to pay your bills. You shouldn't be that way. Other cities and towns do that. They can make it. This place can make it. The mayor and the city councilman, and I'm a new person, but I watched this place before I moved here to retire here and die here. They can work this out. And you need to hold them accountable, and they have jobs. They wanted to be in this job. They ran for their jobs, and they're in it now, so now they have to do their job. And I stayed up all night trying to think why all you guys aren't picking up sanitation. That's a normal daily thing for a city. So if you have to cut back on your pay and salary as a person, then the mayor and everybody else should cut their pay. It's not fair.
Any other citizens? Okay, come on, speak as a citizen. We're not going to deal with the recreation department, the issue that you have. Okay, well, come on. You had your hands up. Come on.
I'm Pastor Melvin, Selma, Alabama. They on Martin Luther King Street. You got this meeting going on with all these city employees, city mayor, and the council members here. And the brother just challenged y'all. My question is, what are y'all gonna do? We're tired of meeting. We're tired of talking about problems. And we're not dealing with problems. Y'all wasn't elected to sit up here and just run a meeting. You was elected to run the city. And that's what y'all are not doing. You were elected, sir, to run this city. And it's high time, past time, we get over there talking, and you do what you got elected to do. Too many lives have been hurt because y'all politics. Too many lives have been hurt because y'all playing. Games have been over. Put these folks back to work and get them what they need. Whatever it takes, let's do it.
Come on, Clayton, come on.
I believe they can hear it. My name is Adrian.
Terry, let me bring the mic.
My name is Adrian Miles, and I live at 104 in West Selma. And I've been there for 20 plus years. I own my home. And it just discourages me to see how the community is looking now. On every corner, we have garbage. And it's just unacceptable for the community to be looking like that. I used to go around and clean it up down the street for me. But as fast as I clean it up, they put it back out there. So my husband told me, you need to sit down. So that's what I'm doing now. But I just wish that somebody would take the initiative to make these people get some trash cans. Please, help us. Because Selma is going to the dumps. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to sell my house, I don't believe I could sell it. I really don't. And it's not, I mean, we just need to get something done in this city. And like Pastor say, it's time out for talking. We need some action. We really do. One pointing the finger at this one, that one pointing the finger at that one. Somebody got to take lead. Somebody got to have the nerve to stand up if they have to stand by themselves. You don't have to have a whole bunch. If you have to stand alone, and I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay? I know your family. So if you have to stand alone, baby, do it. Stand up for your city. And let us know that you're here for us. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Anybody else? Anybody else? Once again, there will be a second meeting at 5 o'clock. Hopefully other committee members of the Public Works General Services, which I'm chair of, and members of the Recreation Department, which I don't remember that committee too. And the members of the Administrative Committee will avail themselves at 5 o'clock. I'm hoping and praying. I'm hoping and praying that they do. And if any one of you workers, if you can, I know you indicated that you won't, but if you can be here at 5 to once again share with them that you have shared with us, then I think you would have gotten the ears of at least 6 council people. But more importantly, what you have said today, we're gonna be taking this back to the full council because only 9 members of the council have the final decision as to what we're gonna do to impact your cause. I heard you, I feel you, and more importantly, I agree with you, I really do. You guys deserve all that this city could give you. And it's time for this city now to move beyond minimum wage. If the whole nation is speaking about paying people a livable wage, why can't some? But guess what? You can't do it with talk. You have to do it with money. I was in a meeting, the congressional meeting, and Alan, I want you to print this, up in Washington, D.C. And in a workshop, the presenter was Mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio. First thing he said, to about 150 of us that was in that workshop, Councilman, were you in that workshop? I watched. He said, elected officials, you know how government operates. Government operates on taxes from the people to provide quality services to, for, and by the people. You're gonna always run into people who oppose taxes. What you need to do is push them out your way and get what you need for your city. So unless the money's there, we're not gonna be able to do anything about your cause. So once again, we have not passed the budget. We're still looking at it. For some reason, the imaginary date of December the 10th is the deadline for, I guess, to revisit the budget, and we'll see where we're lining up then. And I'm hoping and praying that whatever this council does, or whatever they do, it's gonna include you. Because you all are some of the most valuable people in city government. Department heads, they come and go. Elected officials, they come and go. You know, that's just the way our democracy operates. We're not here for eternity. We're not here to make a career. But when you're a merit employee, you enjoy your work, you enjoy your job, and you enjoy the people that you're associated with, then you do make it a career. And you deserve to be paid a just wage. And from this vantage point, I can truly say that you're not. We're gonna try to make some changes, but once again, it's gonna take the 9 of us, not the 3 of us. My colleagues, y'all got any closing remarks? Councilman Bowler?
I just want to say 1 or 2 things on point. And I heard everybody. And they're gonna take 5 votes out of the 9 to get what y'all need and what y'all deserve. From day one, I've always been with you guys, and I'm gonna continue on being with you guys. Also, Councilman LaShaw brought up one time to give up our salary. Because somebody talking about give up our pay or get cut. I'm not here for the money, baby. I've been in business for 40 years, and I'm still in business. I'm grateful. I was willing to give up my pay to give y'all what y'all need. I don't have a problem with that. The other thing is, I heard a young lady say about the garbage. We had a public service, public work meeting one day, and I talked to Sam Randolph about putting the responsibility on the tenants, the landlords, because I feel like the landlords should be responsible for their tenants having a garbage can. We're not asking them to pay it. At least make sure their tenants got a garbage can. What's so hard about that? It's just as simple as making sure your tenant got a garbage can. We're not asking you to pay it. They packed this chamber here and complained they didn't want to do that. That's sad. Every way we went, we had somebody fighting to get something. But when they start going to their neighborhood, then they probably want to start doing something about that. Some of you guys know, and I'm not going to call no name. I know what y'all did, what kind of shape y'all in. Because some of y'all had to come to me personally, and you know what that is about. I ain't got no problem about that because I know what's going on with you guys. So I'm not going to go into that, but again, I just want to say, whatever this takes to get this city back going, and whatever this takes from me, sitting right here to support y'all, I want to. And I've been doing it from day one because I truly believe that y'all underpaid and overworked, and I'm going to say it. So again, Councilman LaShaw, I won't be back here at 5 because I already know. I know what's going on. And again, I just wish we can just get 5 votes to get our city back on.
Thank you, Councilman. I would like to speak briefly on the contracting work, because I heard it brought up. And of course, this is not to talk disparagingly about my colleagues here on this council. I, for one, was not in support of contracting the work. I really wasn't. What I was for was bringing back at least 14 of the displaced workers with that contracted amount they had been given the council to do contract work because it fell on deaf ear. Anytime you could engage your own employees, city government needs to do that. Contracted work should be done only if there are no other options. When you have department heads and people in that department that have the expertise to do what is needed for the city, then you do not need to go down that road of contracting. But nevertheless, the council chose to go another way, and we had to get things done. Thank you all for availing yourself. Thank you for being respectful and attentive. Those of you who can come back at 5, we'll be here. Thank you.
All right.